That's a really great view right there. And I want to thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. I think you're going to really enjoy this this video. I have a great opportunity, and let me explain it to you. As many of you know, but there's a lot of new subscribers every day. This right here, these in this box, and it's 7 trays deep, and I'm not going to get into it now. You can check out my other videos if you're just tuning in. Are all completely 100% authentic Indian artifacts that I found. Just so thankful for so many of these, and I'm not going to get into these now, but I just want to show you this box in contrast to what I'm going to show you in this video up here on the counter. Just some smokers in here. Look at this piece. Just great stuff. But that's how I keep it. Just a good idea for those of you out there who are sort of throwing around ideas about possibilities, the way to keep your artifacts. I think I've come to really like how they look together and how they're manageable together. Check this out. In my thanks right now, of course, as you can see here, this is a pretty familiar sight to many of you who share with one another. This, of course, is a gift that came, sort of a Christmas gift. And a shout out to Georgia, Rob Terrie, and his brother Sean. And where Sean comes into this, and I'll do this first, is this. Now Rob napped this blade. And Sean got the stock, the handle ready, and half did it on there. And I've never had one of these, and we see the videos and we say, that's a nice blade, and we hear the word blade, but those of us who have been not very long in the hobby at all, we find points and we think, they're all just spear points or what have you, but I've been hearing from a lot of people, flint, small, whatever, that a lot of these things are blades and were used for so many knives, if you will. And I'm going to tell you what, they could have definitely cleaned animals and done what you did and just put a nice handle on there. That's a really cool gift right there. Nothing like it. I really appreciate that, and that's a shout out for that. That came in that box. Another couple things that came in this box, and I want to show you them first because I want to highlight Rob's work. This here, this is all Rob's work of Georgia, Rob Terrie. Phenomenal stuff. But there's a couple special pieces that came in yesterday, and I want to tell you about them and show you them. This piece here first. I sent him a chunk from one of my sites of crystal quartz, and he went ahead and made a point out of it, which is really cool because this comes from material from one of my sites. What a great hobby, and just what a great gift. I really appreciate that. And the one above it right here out of rhyolite, I sent him a chunk of rhyolite off a field, and this is what came back. It's not enough that we just find points out in the field. I find chunks of rock and I send them over to Rob, and he just crafts the stuff out of them. So that's a fun point right there. I really like that. He left a little cortex on it on purpose, and that's great. I like to see that. I have a separate compartment in my box for artifacts that still have some of the cortex just left on there, and I like that. Anyway, let's take a quick look at Rob's stuff and just highlight what he's given me. I'm excited for it because this stuff is going to end up, I've got a bunch of Riker frames that came in. I'm going to put all this stuff in one frame, and it's going to be pretty unique because now Rob has made himself immortal. These pieces are going to last a whole lot longer than we live. And it's his expression, and look at this workmanship in these pieces that is going to last. So in some ways, as an artist, he's made himself immortal. I could throw these out in the dirt, out in the woods somewhere, and they're going to sit there for 2,000, 4,000 more years. God knows what's going to happen around here. But, that's that. It's his expression, and that's what's cool about all these down here. All their expressions and all those individuals and their personalities. It's all there. Individual people who made these. Look at the color on those. And the workmanship, And now Rob has joined the group. I won't make this too long, but let me just show you his workmanship. Fun stuff. Now again, those two were out of stones off my own field. And the rest he's acquired stone from somewhere else, another piece out of rhyolite. To me, just it's akin to fine art. It is, and it's sculpture. So this is really great stuff. Besides that, I think it just stirs up people's remembrance of the North American Indian, and that's what it's all about, to remember their race here and to do our best to bring up the history that's been set aside, you know. That's cool. Now look at these huge points he sent as we finish off. Look at this. This came in yesterday as well. This piece is 5 inches, all of 5 inches. An incredible point. I mean, in many regards, you're like, man, I couldn't even imagine finding that point out there. Well, neither can I. I mean, but I found some smokers. So, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm so fortunate. I see a lot of you guys finding a lot of great stuff. This stuff here that I'm showing you just takes a different character, which is why I wanted to make a video just to give you a really good look at it. Yeah, it's modern. And these are not necessarily replicas, because he sort of worked with the rock to see what it would give him, and they're his own expressions. He's not necessarily looking at one specifically to replicate it. Styles, yes, just like the North American Indian did, but when you get into it, you just sort of have to go with it. And of course, this is classic. We all know what this is, and he got this, I think it's burgundy obsidian from a friend of his, and he's even ground the bottoms. So smooth. Just nice pieces, huh? We saw this one. This is another one, just a favorite of mine. Sort of a Guilford, an agate basin, but just a fantastic point right here. Good workmanship. I really love it. As an artist, it really appeals to me. And it's going to be cool to put all these and organize them in their own separate frame. And then one of my most favorite ones that he sent a little while back, maybe last year, maybe sort of this calendar year, but some months ago, was this one. Just, to me, a smoker. Love it. Just look at what everybody's doing out there. Those guys that nap, you guys are just... you know, you're doing a great thing for the North American Indian. That's my biggest shout out is that we would find a way to learn about them and remember them. Great piece. So anyway, I wanted to be able to document some of this stuff and share it. Just good looking stuff. Good view right there. Thank you all for tuning in to Indian Trace, and as you can see, it's just worth appreciation. Rob, appreciate it. You guys check out Georgia, Rob, and Terrie, and Rob, get out there and hunt some more and find some more and make some more. We all appreciate your talent.